He's so eerie, huh? What? He's ridiculous.
I'm Uncle Larry.
And I'm Joe Bump. That's news to us.
We got some really big news today with Donald Trump.
No. That's a little too heavy, dude. Let's start with a little light-footed.
Oh, you want to start light first and then get into it?
I mean, yeah, you wanted to bring everybody down right away.
All right.
All right. So, guys, you know what today is? Betty White's 95th birthday.
95.
Betty White.
Wow.
She's one of the most revered women probably in Hollywood at this point and most loved. I don't know anybody that doesn't like her.
I'm sure there's somebody.
Well, I'm sure. Plenty of people are probably watching this. But I remember her, obviously, in the Golden Girls. I mean, I watched that show nonstop in the 80s. It was a really funny show about 4 old women.
I remember her from the Mary
Mama's Family.
No, Mary
Mama's
Tyler
Family.
Moore. Sure.
Really? That's before Mama's Family, huh?
Yeah, that's a while ago.
Well, you're way older than me, so I guess that would kind of make sense. But she's, I mean, you guys know her from the Snickers commercial, probably one of the most recent things. Which is
what commercial?
Snickers.
Oh.
You don't remember that one when they're playing football?
No, I couldn't understand what you said.
I was talking a little fast.
Yeah.
You know who else talks fast? Betty White. At 95 years old.
No, she's so freaking funny.
She is. It's still at this day relevant and funny.
Happy birthday, Betty. I know you
Betty White,
the show.
I know you're a big fan of us, and we're a big fan of you. Happy birthday. Much love.
Birthday. So, Joe, did you hear this on Friday the 13th? Because, that was a week ago almost, right?
No, it was only today's. No.
Well, by the time this comes out.
Oh, yeah. It'll be exactly a week ago. But today won't be Betty White's birthday.
Did you hear that there was a flight, Thin Air Flight 666?
Did you say Thin Air or Fin Air?
Thin Air.
Okay.
Flight 666 flew straight to hell on Friday the 13th.
That sounds ridiculous.
And all as well. Hell,
H-E-L.
H-E-L.
Real stories.
H-E-L. It's a place, because I think it's called Helsinki or something.
Oh, so the abbreviation Philadelphia would be PHL.
But the story didn't even end there, right?
It should have.
The flight actually took off at 1300 hours local time.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
This is all real.
This is all real.
I would have gotten on that flight.
And the aircraft itself, 13 years old.
Stop it.
Yeah, would you have gotten on that?
No way would I have gotten on that flight.
Yeah.
No way.
When they landed...
Did it crash? Oh, it landed.
No. When it landed, everyone felt safe until this guy was waiting for him when they got off the plane.
Oh, I should have guessed.
Yeah.
Do you know a funny fact?
So as everybody got safe, they were like, oh, that's it?
Yeah, right.
We're done.
Funny fact.
What's that?
Or, let me ask you a question. Do you know how many people that he actually killed in the first Friday the 13th?
No, I do not know.
Give a guess.
13?
No, give a guess.
13.
0. His mom killed everybody in the first movie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Fun fact for you guys.
See, there's so many of them movies that you forget which one was which.
Yes, you definitely forget. So, I guess it's time. So, have you ever heard of the B Street Band? B, as in bump. B Street Band, yeah.
No, I've heard of the E Street Band, but not the B Street Band.
It's funny you bring up the E Street Band because the B Street Band is a tribute band to Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. They dress up like them. They play all their songs. They're a cover band, but all they do is Bruce Springsteen stuff.
So that's the name. So, in other words, if U2 had a cover band, it could be like V3.
Right, V3, because it's exactly right, or Unforgivable Fire, right. Their tribute bands play just that band only. But anyway, so the B Street Band was supposed to play the inauguration for Trump, and they backed out. Now, this is a cover band. A cover band backed out of the inauguration for the President of the United States. I'm a cover band. Look, Donald, I will play your inauguration. If you need a band, my band will come to Washington, D.C., will play. This is a cover band. It said, no, I'm not going to play for the President of the United States. Are you kidding me?
One of the biggest things ever.
Biggest things ever. Not this year. Jezebel is reporting that scalpers can't even sell tickets to the inauguration. Nobody wants to go. Nobody wants to go. Nobody wants to play. They do have somebody headlining it.
Really?
Yep. America's Got Talent finalist, Jackie Evancho.
Hold it, not the winner.
No, one of the finalists. So it's not even it's like American Idol. It's not even a singing competition. One of the finalists for a talent show.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's your name again?
You were pretty good in Shalleck's talent show last year. You want to come on and play the inauguration? Are you kidding me? It's getting ridiculous. At this point, they need to. I mean, seriously, a cover band won't play the inauguration.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
He's our president.
So did you know and I'm sure you've heard this, is that Republican 76-year-old John Lewis is going to skip Donald Trump's inauguration. He's going to skip it. In an interview, he said he doesn't believe Trump is a legitimate president.
Well, I don't understand. He was voted in the presidency.
Yeah. The congressman actually misspoke when he said that, because he said it would be the first time that he would have missed an inauguration since he's been elected since 1986.
Wow, 86 was a good year.
Yeah. Turns out, though, he didn't go to George W. Bush's inauguration in 2001 either.
So he's a Republican hater.
Yeah. Now, granted, I for one believe that, and I don't know about you, but once you're over the age of 70, I don't think you should be allowed in government, period.
No, but it doesn't. I read somewhere that once you're appointed someplace in government, you get a guaranteed salary for life.
Yeah.
Well, retire, dude. Take your money and go somewhere.
Why are you working? And give somebody young a chance.
Yeah, and nobody cares about him. So now we're talking about him on our YouTube show because he's not going to inauguration. You know who else is not going to inauguration?
These
guys right here. We're not going.
We're not going.
I would go if I was invited.
We're not even playing in the band.
No, we're not even invited, to be honest with you. And I think that's kind of BS.
But anyway, other than that, we have some...
So we're gonna
put it out we're gonna go right into this now.
You sure?
Yeah, we have some footage, but we were, because we were talking about this last week.
Wait. You're 100% positive.
We're going there.
You want to put us out there?
We're going there. We have some stuff in our archives from a long time ago. Now, this was, 1975.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, it's a long time ago. Where we were talking on our news, after the news was over one day, we were talking about, hey, we were in some shady stuff back then. We were doing whatever we could to do a news story back then. Right.
So, I wouldn't call it shady. I guess it was shady.
Well, it was a little shady, yeah. So, we were talking about, maybe we would kind of like go undercover a little bit in some different areas.
And I remember drawing the short straw on that one.
And we actually decided we were going to infiltrate into the...
We infiltrated. But I like how he keeps on saying, wait. That's what's funny about it. You keep on saying, wait.
Well, we
discussed it.
The Trump compound, we decided that we were going to infiltrate it.
That one of us is going to infiltrate
Whoever lost.
Right. We decided.
Yeah. The rock, paper, scissors.
Infiltrate it.
Well, you shouldn't have did rock when I was doing paper. I'm just, I'm sorry.
I thought you were going to throw the scissors out there.
But here we go. Joe went in undercover. He gave it his all. So we're going to show you just a little bit from how Joe even got in there and how he pulled this off.
I can't believe we even
No, but you pulled it off. So it was very amazing. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, buddy.
And now everybody else is going to see it. Wow. That was impressive.
Yeah, I'm worried though. I'm getting any kind of trouble for that, you think? Like, we should be putting this out there?
No way. That was 1975. That's like 42 years ago.
Yeah, but it's got to be past the statute of limitations, right?
Yeah, no problem. You're good.
I was pretty badass back then.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Man,
like one tickets? Shot. To what?
The gun show?
No, I didn't get those tickets.
You should have got in line early because they sold out pretty quick.
I can imagine.
But we showed that part, so we have to show the rest, right?
Oh, definitely.
I mean, at this point, F it.
Oh yeah, well, this is the biggest part of the whole story. We have
my
to show
life, not yours.
Part. Yeah.
Might as well just show it.
But we have to show this part.
I know.
Young Donald, have a seat next to me, will you?
Sure thing, Father.
I was just checking out the real estate. I just made $3 more billion today.
That's fantastic.
It's absolutely fantastic. So how's your day today?
You know, I've been having a really, really great day. The best of days. Just like how America is the best country.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Jeeves is making us some soup right now. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. It's going to be the most
It's going to be delicious.
It is.
It's going to be the highest in nutrition. Let me say, that is important in this day.
It's not going to be like soup that you find overseas.
Oh, no.
No. it's going to be right here.
Don't get
made
me
in
wrong.
America
Don't get me
soup.
wrong. I like soup from overseas. I love soup from overseas. But American soup is the greatest
You
soups.
have a lot to learn, Donald. Soup from overseas is never going to be as good as soup here. Soup here is, it's made here, so it's going to be extra good. It's going to be
the greatest.
It's going to be. It was made in our kitchen, and that just tells you.
And our
right
kitchen
there.
is in America.
Now, granted, our
And
soup,
America is the greatest.
our soup costs a lot more than any other soup because that's just how it is. Jeeves, right on time. This was absolutely perfect. It's beautiful. It looks amazing to me.
Smells.
But Jeeves, it
absolutely
looks like you
fantastic.
put on a few pounds there.
Yeah, get that weight out.
Are you dipping into the soup yourself? No? Okay. So, anyway, young Donald, listen, I have much to tell you today. You need to understand. Now look, out in this world, how come we have no bread with this soup? There should have been bread. Oh,
That is true.
because this is
Soup with bread is always the best of soups.
this is what I want to tell you. It's like a piece of bread or a loaf of bread. We're rich, right, Donald? You understand that, right?
I understand.
So you have to understand. It's like life is like a loaf of bread, right? Jeeves,
An entire
Jeeves,
loaf.
backs off. Give me a little space here for crying out loud, right?
An entire loaf of bread.
Yes. Now, that loaf is your bread, right? Nobody else's.
is my bread.
It's your bread, right? So what you have to remember is that you can give a little bit of the bread, like the crust. No, nobody likes the crust.
Nobody likes the crust.
Nobody likes the crust.
Now, don't get me wrong. The crust isn't bad. I like the crust. Everybody likes the crust.
Now the government wants your bread. Remember that. They always want your bread.
Everybody wants the bread.
But what you
It's
have
American bread. It's the greatest of breads.
But if you can infiltrate the government, you can have power over everything. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like women, you just grab them. You grab them in the, you know what I'm saying, son.
I know what you're saying. Believe me, I have perfect clarity in what you're trying to tell to me.
Exactly. Remember that. Remember that. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something for you. I have a check for you. It's going to help you out a lot.
This seems like a very small loan.
I want you to know what it feels like to actually be poor, to actually start from the bottom. You can't just, you can't start. See, that's what makes America beautiful. You have to start at the bottom, Donald. You have to work your way up this ladder. You don't start at the top. Did Dad start at the top? No, I didn't start at the top.
No,
I
you
worked
didn't.
my way up. You have to understand that.
Almost
So-
everybody's to start their way right at the bottom.
Exactly.
They're very good people, those people who have to start from the bottom and then just work their way up.
Exactly. So that's why I have given you this small little token, just a little token
A very small loan.
of $1 million. Okay,
$1
that should
million.
that should help you start out. Now, granted, you're going to be slumming it for a while, son. It's
I'm
going
going
to
to follow in
be
your footsteps, Dad. I'm going to take this small loan and I'm going to follow in your footsteps.
yes,
And
that's
I
gonna-
shall build real estate.
exactly. For
It's not going to be free.
yes, and for a year you're going to struggle, and then after that you come see me. We'll work things out next year, and we'll see what happens. But you just follow my footprints and everything should be fine. But
Let me
until
tell you,
then,
I'm looking forward to next Christmas. It's going to be the greatest of Christmases
Until-
because it's a Trump Christmas.
yes. Until then, son, let's eat our soup.
I like this soup. It is
Geez,
some of the
you've
best
out-
soups.
He has outdone it. This is the best soup
American-made soup.
I've ever had. Yes, exactly. American made. And that's what it's all about, son. Remember
American-made.
that. Remember that.
The greatest of soups.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, I guess I never thought that video would be so relevant as it is right now.
No, I understand. I mean, now I look at things so differently now.
Well, now I mean, you saw that video back then.
Yeah, but I
Just forgot about
I
it.
forgot about it. I knew that I remember that,
I didn't think
that it
this would be
happened.
published.
As far as you going in there and all that stuff, I don't remember.
You don't
Because it was
remember?
irrelevant back then. It was like, yeah, we don't got nothing really.
No,
good.
like, he had some casinos down in Atlantic City.
Yeah, it
Who
wasn't-
cared about him?
It was no big deal. It's a big deal now. Because
It's
now
huge.
I understand a lot of things.
He's our president.
Yeah, he
Let's
is.
be honest. At this point, guys.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, right. And for people that are out there wishing for him to fail, you're a moron.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fired.
Why would you want your president to fail?
Get it?
Yeah, you're fired. You're out.
You're fired.
You're fired. Get out.
You're fired.
But no, really, seriously. Why
No,
would you
because
want
that means our nation. Right, I want him to be the most successful president ever.
Right.
And to create new jobs and
Right.
to fix Medicare or whatever it is. I want him to do it all because that means that that we're in
It's
the right
good for all of us.
Right, exactly right.
Right.
So wishing for him to fail is wrong, and not supporting our president is wrong. And all the crybabies out there, like Meryl Streep, get over it.
Yeah,
You dumb bitch.
I wouldn't say that.
A little harsh.
Yeah, I actually like her.
I do too. I just it irritates me that you use that platform to preach your belongings
And the fact of the matter is, you know, doesn't really matter who we voted for because a lot of people are going to think that we voted one way and they're not. They don't even know us.
They'll be wrong if they think
Right.
they're wrong.
But the fact of the matter is that we're just accepting of what happened.
He's our president, and it is what it is now.
Let's move on.
We got 4 years of it.
Let's move on. That should be the new slogan. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Speaking of moving on,
Okay.
you know what was announced this week?
No.
Nintendo Switch, baby, and I am super excited about it.
I can imagine you are. I know my son is really.
Right. So is my son. So what's that supposed to mean?
No, I'm just saying. My son. Well, I mean, it doesn't do anything for me, really.
You don't love Nintendo? What's your favorite game system? Tell me it's not Nintendo. I'm gonna call you a liar and punch you right in the face. No, I won't punch you in the face. But
It
seriously,
is Nintendo.
Nintendo's the most fun.
Yeah, it is.
Like, and now that it's getting up to par with everything else, it's awesome. Like, so Nintendo Wii U came out and it finally was HD. That's what the big lag was between the Wii and Xbox 360 and PS3, probably, right? PS3 was that Nintendo Wii wasn't HD.
Right.
The Wii U came out and it's HD. Playing a Mario game in HD is unbelievable to me.
Right,
it makes my mind
right.
But the problem with that was they didn't have any of the other games. The Switch is changing everything. So the Switch, all right, so let's just talk about it real quick. It was announced, coming out March 3rd, 2017.
Okay.
That's right around the corner.
Oh yeah.
For only $299. How much is it?
That's pretty.
How
good
much is the
price.
Xbox One right now? $500?
I think they're $4.99. Are they?
Okay, I'm sorry. $4.99. I'm sorry, I was dollar off.
No, I
was 1 cent.
No, I'm saying I don't really remember.
But more money than $2.99 by a lot. At least by $100, if not more than that. Like coming out March 3rd. So this thing's pretty awesome. You can play it 3 different ways. You can play it on the TV.
On the TV?
Right, so you would any other video game.
Right.
You can play it tabletop with the whole Switch system and the TV.
Right.
You can play it in handheld mode. You can also take this away and play it elsewhere. So like the Nintendo Wii U is awesome with the gamepad, but you need to be you need to be around the system to play it.
Okay.
Now the system's almost like the gamepad's a system. You can take this in the car with you and go play it like you're playing a 3DS. Like you don't even need to be around. Yeah, you can play wherever you want. Also, they do it now where you can take the controllers off and play 2-player with one Switch controller. They turn into little mini controllers, and you can play it all by itself.
Really?
Pretty awesome, dude. So let's talk about the games that are coming out with it.
Okay.
They showed a preview for Mario Odyssey. Have you seen it?
Okay. No,
dude,
I haven't seen.
Unbelievable! It looks awesome. So it puts Mario into like a real world situation. Now it did not work when Sonic did it. But Mario is not Sonic, okay?
Right.
Mario's going to blow it out of the water. I think it's pretty awesome. But if Mario was in the real world, would he be considered like a superhero? Because he can jump higher, he can turn. But, I mean, he's only a plumber, right? How would it be?
Yeah, I would say. To me, he's always had superpowers. I mean, he could smash things with his head.
In alternate universes, right? So
Yeah.
So I don't even know where to go with that. But I mean, I'm just curious because now he's in like a real world situation, and what is he going to be like?
Right.
But anyway, this is a discussion for another day. Some other games that have been announced. Now that's not being released till like the holidays of 2017, so that'll probably be around Christmas time.
Okay.
But you know it's coming out on March 3rd, and I bet your son's pretty pumped about. Tom's pretty pumped about this.
Tom's pumped about it. I was gonna say it's got to be.
It starts with a Z, right? Zelda, Breath of the Wild. That is coming out on March 3rd, the same day that it gets released.
Okay, I was gonna say there has to be a game that's being released.
Zelda.
The same day.
So
Zelda.
Nintendo.
Wow.
Everybody references Nintendo, Mario.
Right
next to Mario is Zelda.
Oh yeah.
That game series carried Nintendo and still carrying to this day.
Oh, yeah.
But the bigger news is Skyrim. Skyrim is going to be on Nintendo. So finally, Nintendo's getting games that aren't available.
You're gonna have chickens on it?
Well, that's a reference that some people will get, some people won't. I don't consider it funny. No, probably not. But games like Skyrim, so Nintendo's finally getting those games. Like they might end up getting Grand Theft Auto. You never know. Like they're getting finally mainline games that Xbox and PlayStation have been getting for years. They're finally getting it, which is pretty big for a Nintendo console.
Pretty awesome.
But needless to say, I'm pretty excited about it. Nintendo, I love you, and I can't wait to get it.
Joe sounds pretty excited about this.
I'm pumped. My son loves Nintendo, dude. It means I get to play games. I'm a gamer at heart.
On another note, there was a weatherman who hilariously sends a text to his daughter, and he becomes every parent's hero.
No, I want to hear this because I'm a parent.
Yeah. When his name was Chris Holcomb.
Okay.
Right? He was busy
Chris.
tracking an incoming storm. He was his 18-year-old daughter decides to text him to tell him that her app said it's not going to snow. Right? So her father texted back promptly saying, "Thank you. Well, maybe your weather app can pay your college bill."
Hey, damn right. Good for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, first of all, I don't want to talk about how I feel about weathermen. But you're right. You can't... This is what he does for a living. You're telling me this app's telling him that he's wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Yeah. But
doesn't that go in line with a lot of things nowadays? Like everybody believes everything they read on the internet, and everything on the internet is absolute
true. Yeah,
truth.
if it's on the internet, it's real.
Yeah.
But let's talk about weathermen for a second. Because, I mean, they get paid to guess.
They do suck.
Right?
All
So
right.
we had the storm the other day, right? What was it? A week ago? 2 weeks ago?
Oh, the snowstorm?
Yeah, the non-snowstorm. So my kid's birthday party was that Saturday. We wake up in the morning. Oh, we're going to get 1 to 2 inches. 2 hours later, it goes to 7. It goes from 1 inch to 7 inch in like an hour. Are you kidding me? So there's a storm coming in from the west coast. It's going to bring the moisture here and only over here, and it's going to push from that way.
Just like we told you.
Yeah, just like we said, guys, we're going to get snow anywhere from 0.5 inches to 76.
I would love that job. Well, you lost your pen.
I did.
It might snow, but it might not.
Right, and it's going to come from this area if it does.
From over here.
If it's going to snow, it's going to come from here.
Oh, the Magnica TV.
You see that? It's a rubber pencil. It's a boomerang pencil.
But
it's gonna snow in this
seriously,
area.
do you know with that storm though, Joe? They actually said the week before that there was a chance for a big amount of snow, but then later on they changed it all and said, no, we're not going to get anything.
Yeah, it's such bullcrap that it pisses me off. But you know what pisses me off more?
What?
The DMV.
DMV. What pisses you off about DMV?
The Division of Motor Vehicles. Yeah, you ever go there?
Yeah.
It takes forever to do anything.
Yeah.
Right? So that guy that you talk about, the other guy, is a pretty cool for dad. This guy's my hero. You want to know why?
Why?
He went to the DMV. He needed to find out where to register his vehicle, what county to register it in. So he called the 1-800 number, the support line. Waited on hold for over an hour, right? So he hung up and got pissed off. He said, you know what, I'm going to, because of the Open Information Act of 1976, he obtained the information of his local DMV.
Okay.
So he called it. He called local DMV. And he got hung up on 3 separate occasions. 3 times he got hung up on. All this guy's trying to do is register his vehicle. That's all he's trying to do. He sued the DMV.
He sued him?
3 times. Didn't get anything.
Isn't that as many times as he was hung up on?
Yeah. Right? He didn't get anything, though, because they said, well, whatever, it is DMV, deal with it, I guess. He sued them for punitive damages. Trying to probably just prove a point and say, hey, you wasted my time.
Right.
This guy got the ultimate revenge.
What'd he do?
He had to go and pay his tax bill of $2,987.14. He wheeled in 300,000 pennies to pay this tax bill, right? So the best part about this is they had a coin count machine,
Okay.
right? So that wouldn't have been that big a deal. Maybe an hour, yeah, right. It broke. It broke pretty much. It took 4 clerks over 12 hours to count all these pennies.
Wow.
Talk about getting your retribution and your satisfaction.
Yeah.
That guy did it. So he was like, you know what? F you, DMV.
Yeah.
You waste my time, I waste your time. I waste 12 hours of it.
I do, however, feel bad for the clerks. I had to count them. Because it was probably not their fault.
No, it definitely was not their fault.
But isn't that how shit goes down? It's always like...
But it could be their fault. They could have hung up on the guy.
Well, that is true. Maybe it was.
Guess what? You work at the DMV, it is what it is. I always go in there and I'm overly nice, hoping that they'd be nice to me and get me.
I mean, you're not even allowed to smile for a license now.
Which is ridiculous.
Like,
I smile all the time.
Yeah.
If I get pulled over, I'm probably going to be smiling about it.
It's like, yeah. Yeah, but for different reasons. But yeah, it's like when they're taking the pictures, like stand up against the wall in the back, you stand there and you're like, no smile.
No smile. So you have to do this. You have to
Yeah, exactly.
wipe
It's
it
like-
off.
It's like, wow. Why?
Because I
Is
look
it
serious.
we're all going to be mass murderers at some point and that's the picture they want? Is that what it is? Okay. It's kind of scary when it looks serious like that, isn't
It was
it?
hard to hold that long, to be 100% honest with you.
Okay, so Joe, I got a story for you.
I'm ready.
Did you hear about this? This was kind of sad.
Well, I don't want to say
An
this.
iconic centuries-old tree fell. Iconic.
A centuries-old iconic tree?
Yeah, it was a giant sequoia tree, right?
In California?
Yes. It was 275 feet tall.
Wow, that's huge.
You're not kidding. And it had a diameter of 36 feet.
About the size of my waistline. I'm just kidding, guys. It's not that big.
Anyway, it was hollowed out in the base of it, in the late 1800s to create a tunnel for it.
Wait,
So
in
that-
the 1800s it's hollow out?
Yeah.
In the 1800s?
Yeah, they're not exactly sure the age of this tree,
Wow.
right? So anyway, to create a tunnel for thousands of visitors that have since walked through it, right? They think that the floodwaters probably had something to do with, its demise, right?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, but I have a better theory than
They're
that.
blaming the floodwaters for...
For its demise. But I have a better theory for that.
Well, let me guess what it is.
No, what I think happened is maybe it's because you hollowed out the base of it and you killed the damn tree. Maybe that's what killed the tree. Did you ever fathom that? You know what I'm saying, Joe? Why would you cut the base out of a tree so people can walk through? Why? So you couldn't walk 57 feet around the tree to get to the other side? Really?
Wow.
I'm sorry, Joe.
I understand you being right. You mess with nature and you ruin
Yeah.
it. So
pissed me off.
you get worked up. You alright?
That tree might have been 1,300 years old.
1,300 years old?
It might have been.
But now it's nothing.
It's nothing. It's a pile of wood.
Because of floodwaters.
Because of floodwaters, yeah. That might have killed it, yeah.
So it wasn't the hollow out.
It wasn't
tree.
the square you cut in there to walk through the tree because you couldn't freaking walk around the outside of it.
That is absolutely crazy. So, Larry, do you know that 25% of all photocopier fails? Do you know what the cause of them are?
No, I do not.
People photocopying their butts.
That's asinine.
Well, that's news to us.